Good evening, Westwood, and welcome to Bader Gymnasium. It is Monday, January 5th. Happy New Year, folks. And it is Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Boys Basketball, a TVL matchup. And we got Evan Cardamino, Tom Lydon, Morgan Donahue, and we are delighted to bring action your way. And a big opportunity here, Tom, as Westwood had their first loss a couple days back to Bridgewater Raynham. Great opportunity for them to bounce back, not just with a win, but a TVL win.
And great to be with both of you guys. Happy New Year. Hello to everybody out there watching. We appreciate you watching these broadcasts. As always, welcome to 2026. And I think these guys, more so than ever, are just eager to get back on the court.
Yeah.
Bridgewater Raynham, what a team.
Yeah.
Came into that game on Saturday ranked number 2 by the Boston Globe. That's overall.
They were
that
two.
wasn't by division. Ranked number 2 overall in the state. And they showed every bit worthy of that rating. These guys played well, but they really couldn't break through that Bridgewater Raynham defense. Now we're back to TVL play, an opportunity to match up with a good Medway squad. I'm very eager to see how aggressively the Wolverines hit the court tonight.
No question about it. I mean, when I was watching Bridgewater Raynham, they looked like the Russians. And you know what? There were some good things that we saw. You know, the Adrian Ortiz buckets in the second half were great. Brady Lipton played well. Bobby Buckets did Bobby Bucket things.
Yep, finishing with 13 on Saturday, and you know that throughout the season, it's going to be very important for Robert Liriano Alejandro to be the leading scorer for this Westwood team, but also getting some support from the supporting cast.
Yes.
That's what really comes to the top of the list in terms of importance when you get to league play.
No question about it. So the clock is winding down. We are almost ready to get the opening ceremonies kicked off. We're going to send it down to the voice of the Wolverines, Jay Risha.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Bader Gymnasium here at Westwood High School for tonight's Tri-Valley Interleague game between the visiting Medway Mustangs with a record of 2-3 and your Westwood Wolverines. Fans, if I could have your attention, please. Westwood is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship, as well as establishing a healthy environment for competition. During the game, please be considerate and respectful to the players, coaches, officials, and the fans by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Thank you. And now, if I can direct your attention to the court, introducing tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Medway Mustangs. Number 5 at guard, senior and captain Jacob White. Number 20 at guard, senior Christian Fatilli. Number 24 at forward, junior Bennett DeFoy. Number 30 at guard, senior Frank Hensel. Number 53 at guard, senior and captain Logan Keeney. Medway's head coach is Shane Jackson. And now for the Westwood Wolverines. Number 1 at guard, junior Aiden Brunman. Number 2 at guard, senior and captain, Robert Liriano Alejandro. Number 4 at guard, junior and captain, Adrian Ortiz. Number 5 at forward, senior and captain, Number 23
Starting lineups, starting with the visiting Medway Mustangs. Jacob White, number 5. Number 20, Christian Cautilli. Number 24, Bennett DeFoyd. Number 30, Grant Hetzel. And number 53, Logan Keeney. In the starting lineups for your Westwood Wolverines. Number 1, Aiden Rodman. Number 2, Robert Liriano Alejandro. Number 4, Adrian Ortiz. Number 5, Ty Pindell. And number 23, Leo Chalangwa.
Looking forward to it, a 3-0 start for the Wolverines before Saturday's setback to Bridgewater Raynham. So TVL action gets started once again. Looking forward to doing it with you, Morgan and Evan.
Nothing better. There's a loose ball being chased down, and Medway player stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds is Grant Hetzel. Going to be a Wolverine possession.
You mentioned it in the pregame. It was very encouraging in the second half of the game against Bridgewater Raynham that Adrian Ortiz got going offensively. He scored 5 buckets, finished with 10 points after not scoring in the first half. So maybe they ride the hot hand a little bit here, try to get him involved early.
Oh, no question. He was confident. Everything he was taking to the hoop was going in. So I'd imagine he's going to ride that today. Spindell working it around. Along back into the hands of Bobby Buckets. Liriano Alejandro working it around the infield. Ortiz looking inside. Is looking for Chalangwa, and that's picked off by number 5, Jacob White. Jacob White going to work the ball deep in the Westwood side of the court.
Wolverines coming out man-to-man.
Love it. Old school. Some old school names on the Medway roster, Tom. Can't wait to say some of them. Tommy Stotts. When Tommy Stotts gets in, that is a classic name right there. And Pindell comes away with the rebound down low to Ortiz, in and out. That is as close to a bucket as you can get. It was basically in the cylinder and then rolled its way out. And we are still not at 0-0. Wolverines getting their defense chant going. Then a miscommunication there. Aiden Rodman taking it to the hoop. Yes. Good job by Rodman jumping on that loose ball. Took it right to the hoop and finished it. Wolverines getting aggressive on the defense. That was a theme we saw against Bridgewater Raynham. It was full court press all game long, Tom.
Yeah, that makes the opposition have to handle the ball, make quick decisions, make them under duress, and that's when you really challenge them.
It's good to go through that, get that experience during the regular season, because you're going to see a lot of that come playoff time. Open Rodman, he's going to cut it inside, take it to the hoop, off the front rim, gets his own rebound. Ball gets knocked loose. Out of bounds, and Medway going to stay with Westwood. So something to keep an eye on. Before the season, when I talked with head coach Ryan Douglas, he said Robert Liriano Alejandro certainly has the ability to get to 1,000 points, which is something to keep an eye on. He also said that, there we go, a little tick off here by Medway, and they get the layup. Logan Keeney.
Really well anticipated there by Keeney. Ty telegraphed that pass a bit, and Logan was able to cut it off.
They asked Coach Douglas about Liriano Alejandro and where is he amongst some of the best he's coached, and he said he's scratching the surface of James McGowan, who, if you ever saw James play, one of the best to ever do it in Westwood basketball history. Chalangwa with the rebound. He got some serious air on that one, but loses the ball. Medway comes away with it. Medway trying to push the pace. Keeney looked to shoot, he holds off, then pass it up in the middle, and that one is good by Christian Cautilli for 3. And Medway takes a quick lead, 7-2.
Suddenly you got yourselves an important offensive possession right here. You don't want to finish empty-handed and give them the opportunity to go up 9-2.
This is what you don't want to do if you're Westwood. You don't want to get into an early hole. So this is where you look to leadership to try and get out, get some points on the board, and get your game going. Shot from the outside, no good, but Ortiz on the rebound. There's some contact there, no call. Medway comes away with it. Alejandro making it difficult for Keeney to work the ball up court, but able to get it across half court, no violation. Shot again from the outside. Pindell comes away with it. Westwood looking to push a pace. Medway trying to double team. Westwood doing a good job moving it around. Rodman open. But Bobby gets the rebound. Robert Alejandro able to get to that. Takes it to the hoop and buries the shot.
Robert saw the opening there. There was a gap in the zone. He really attacked it right away, got himself to the rack and finished.
Coach Douglas said he's one of the best rebounding guards he's ever seen. And it doesn't take height or anything, it just takes getting to the ball. He has no problem going to the ball after a shot. Rodman able to keep the possession there, looking down low. Chalongwa back up top. Rodman gonna settle it down. A shot from the outside by Robert, rebounded by Pindell, as he had to fight off 2 players, and then the ball knocked loose. Moving it up court is Jacob White. Looking to go the other way. That was a good job by Westwood, force him to his offside. Over the shoulder catch by Liriano, no call. I say out of bounds though.
Really good defensive play by Grant Hetzel right there. He was able to pick the pocket of Liriano Alejandra, but just stepped on the baseline, couldn't get it going the other way.
So the Medway player had his hand on the ball and out of bounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't exactly sure, but Westwood possession. Right back in the inbound. Medway up 7-4. Wolverines looking to get back. Being close to tie, and a 3 will do it. Liriano Alejandro, he's got 2 on him, finds Pindell behind the arc. Off the back iron, loose ball, and Medway comes away with it. Peter Copeland with the rebound. Keeney over to White. White, I believe, Evan, was the wide receiver who did some damage versus the Wolverines. Terrific wide receiver. Had the big touchdown catch and then a 2-point conversion for Medway to stun the Wolverines this year at Play High Field.
Robert Liriano Alejandro's got to be careful here. There's been a couple of instances where he's gotten pretty physical with Medway. Medway's coach has pointed that out to the officials, so I'm sure their attention has been raised.
And we've seen him get 2 quick fouls early in the game, Tom. We've also seen Coach Douglas keep him in the game.
With
so,
3,
yeah,
early
with
in the
3.
second half.
Yeah. First shot was no good, second shot no good as well. So no harm, no foul on that. And the Wolverines get the ball back with the same score. Pindell kicks it outside. Liriano Alejandro is good.
Just like that, a new game.
Yep, it's all tied up. Medway with the 3, look for themselves, no good. Alejandro comes away with it, he's gonna push it. Sends it over to Rodman, who's able to settle it down. Looking inside to Lipton. No good.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. We've seen 3 or 4 already on the baseline. It's been a popular area so far. This will be a Medway inbound.
Brady Lipton, such a great story. A kid who wasn't on the varsity team last year, really worked his way up through the program, 3 years on JV, or at least 2 years on JV, and now given the opportunity to not only be on this team, but he's made some pretty solid contributions to the first 4 games.
I asked Coach Douglas, who's this year's Corbin Horn? And he didn't even hesitate. He said Brady Lipton. You know, meaning the kid who's worked so hard, the kid that he loves to see out there doing well, and he has been fantastic so far this year. Shot from the outside. Rodman comes away with the rebound.
No, Rodman gets the rebound, but Lipton had the clear out there, which opened up the lane for Aiden to grab that ball.
Yep. Speaking of Lipton, he's going to dish it over to Liriano Alejandro. He draws a double team. Ball is knocked loose, out of bounds on Medway. Coming in for Liriano Alejandro is Baz Ganson. Baz, the senior. He had some big defensive plays right before the holiday versus Dover Shearborn. He had the steal that led to the Chalongwa dunk. No good on that shot. White comes away with it. Ortiz doing a good job, making it difficult, moving that ball across the court.
Ganson titling that D right away off the bench.
There we go, Ortiz on the steal. Into the hoop. The left hand, no good. But Ganson, and a foul called. So great anticipation by Ganson. Had some good backup there. The layup by Ortiz. And Ganson able to jump on that rebound, draws a foul.
That was the Baz Ganson 30 seconds right there. He really dictated the play defensively on the Westwood end when Medway had the ball, and then was able to get that rebound and maintain this possession for the home team.
Pindell, down low to Lipton. Dr. Lipton checking in off the glass. Nicely done. Pride of the Maze, Brady Lipton. And a future Wolverine, double Wolverine. Pass down low, and Medway able to match that.
Brady, as you just referenced, has made his commitment to go to the University of Michigan. Very difficult school, academically tough to get in, so congratulations. Big weight off of his shoulders, I'm sure.
They got to call it the double Wolverine, because I've heard a lot of people say double Eagle for BC High and BC, and then triple with the law school as well. Rodman, over to Pindell, down low to Lipton, in and out. Medway comes away with a loose ball, but Ganson there on the spot. Ganson back to Pindell. Ganson open behind the arc. He's going to look the other side to Rodman. They're going to pass it around to Ortiz. High arching shot is good. And that's something we were saying before the game is Ortiz had his game going in the second half of the Bridgewater-Raynham game, and he is starting to feel his game right now. Medway looking inside. And kick it out as the clock is winding down. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. They got to shoot it. 2. Ball is in the air, and that is long, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. After one, Wolverines with a 3-point lead, 12-9 on the Medway Mustangs. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after a short message.
Nothing in sports happens without commitment. You have to commit to prepare. You have to commit to compete. And when the game is on the line, you have to commit to making a decision and trust your preparation. The same is true when it comes to orthodontics. When you commit to improving your smile, you're making a commitment to a better life. Your mouth is the front door to your health. And who doesn't love showing off a beautiful smile when you're celebrating with friends and teammates? Arch Orthodontics is committed to you and being part of creating an even better you. When you're ready to commit, you know who to call.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care. And Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian.
And welcome back. Folks, we got cheerleaders in the building.
Great to see. You know, it's not often that we have the crew with us for a game, but it's nice to see them bringing the energy here tonight.
Yeah.
Some familiar faces across the court, and if there's one person who I deem the MVP of the first quarter, it is Baz Ganson.
Yes.
Because he really changed the flow both defensively and offensively with his hustle, and he earned some more minutes here in the second quarter. And you can see Coach Douglas has him on the bench here, which means he's going to start the second quarter very well deserved. And when he came in, I was a little surprised because he replaced Robert Liriano Alejandro, and I said, that's an early substitution. Maybe just wants to give him a rest before we start the second quarter. But it's going to be Baz who starts the second quarter here for the Wolverines because of what he did towards the tail end of that first quarter.
Brilliant call. And Tom Lydon once said, every winning team needs a Megan Greeley. Every winning team needs a Baz Ganson.
We're just going to keep adding to that list.
Every team is I'm going to keep saying it, but Baz Ganson doing all the attributes that you want to see as a coach, going out there and doing the dirty work, helping his team get that 12-9 lead after one quarter here at Bader Gymnasium.
And if you can get an injection of life from your bench like that and have your star players sitting on the bench while the reserves are scoring, that's a good recipe for success.
No question about it. Medway is going to start with the possession here in the second quarter. Wolverines up 3 as mentioned. We got Ganson on the floor. We got Zaneski out there. Rodman on the floor. We got Seamus Gannon and Brady Lipton. So some good depth being shown here as the Wolverines has probably one of the deepest teams they've had in the last few years. A lot of confidence from Coach Douglas in his squad this year and can do it all. That's a shot from the outside by White, no good. Battle on the court by Gannon, and they're going to say a foul on Seamus.
Seamus was just looking for some help. He's like, I'll clear out the zone, but somebody else got to come pick up this ball.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden there was nobody there. He's like, wait, I got to do that too?
He gets an A for effort, though.
That's where he went for the hold. 10 yards going the other way.
A for effort. And there we go. Ganson, hand in the lane, gets the steal. Rodman picks up the possession. Back to Ganson. Ganson doing it all right now.
Here
really
comes the rainbow.
Yep. Zaneski! The rainbow! That was beautiful. Love to see the slow motion on that one. That was about as perfect as a three-point look. The look for in the corner shot. Medway to the hoop. No good, but the rebound is short. Westwood on the rebound. Westwood looking to build some momentum. Up 6, looking to add to that. Ganson directing traffic over to Zaneski. He just had the most recent 3. Westwood using their patience. Love to see it. They can push it when they want to, and they can wait for the right one. Moving it around. It's Zaneski again. That one's short. Battle though. Lipton battling for it.
And that's a Westwood
It
ball.
is a jump ball. What an effort there by Brady Lipton. And a Westwood ball, as Tom said. Terrific job by Brady Lipton. We're gonna have Aiden on the inbound. Throws it over to Sheehan Gannon. Gannon hands it off to Zaneski. Zaneski on the left, back to the right. Nice cut to Lipton. The back iron. Heaney working it. Gets fouled. I believe it's a shooting foul, so he'll get 2 looks at the line.
So Westwood on a 13-2 run here. Don't forget, at one point it was 7-2.
Yeah.
And so they've rattled off 13 points with only allowing a bucket here from Medway. So Medway looking to stop that streak right now from the line.
Tom, we've seen it. It's not just a basketball specific. We've seen volleyball where away teams get off to hot starts where it becomes too much of a hole sometimes. So Westwood did a good job of, when Medway got off to that hot start, being able to, you know, to put a stoppage to that and then get their game going, which has brought us to where we are. Wolverines up a 6-point lead.
Be curious to see who plays the point here for Westwood.
White from the outside.
Aiden was just sent to the bench after that foul.
I have to say Ganson most likely, but we'll see.
Ganson and Power, we'll see.
Yep.
Here's Ganson
Ball
with the
going
ball.
to Ganson. Ganson makes a nice move. He's got 2 on him, able to avoid them. Over to Gannon, pass it around to the corner. Zaneski goes off the top rim. Gannon low, and he puts it back. Get out of here. Seamus Gannon. Beautiful positioning.
Cleared the lane.
He did. And there he is, playing some solid defense. Nowhere to go. And a foul is called on Ganson. It's going to be a shooting foul. That's Baz's first personal foul, and we're going to get a timeout called by Medway. So, gotta love to see that, Tom. We're seeing the bench really do some good things out there. Seamus Gannon point, love to see that.
As always, in basketball, it comes down to effort, and it comes down to intensity on the defensive end and under the boards and in the paint, and that's what we've seen, and that's what's been the big change since it was 7-2. They've gone on a 15-2 run here, and it's all effort.
Yep.
And so when you can dictate that effort defensively, create turnovers, and then run with the ball and dictate the pace offensively, suddenly you're in complete control of the game, and that's what we've seen since that point early on.
Yep. Meanwhile, you know, Robert Liriano Alejandro get a nice rest.
Right?
And, you know, when he comes off that bench, he's probably going to get a nice quick 10, 12 points in a matter of 5 minutes. He can score very quickly.
It's about to happen because he's back in the lineup coming out of this timeout.
So give me the tip on that. Is if you're sitting down on the bench, that means you're coming into the game?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so the coach is talking to the 5 who are in the lineup on the floor.
There we go. Learning something new every day. So it looks like coming in will be Leo Chalangwa. We're going to see Robert Liriano Alejandro. We're going to see Dylan Zaneski. We're going to see, looks like, John Power, yes, and Ty Pindell. So they got some good rest, and they're going to be feeling pretty good back in the game now after seeing their guys balling out there. What you love to see. Call it complimentary basketball. Bennett DeFoyd shooting 2.
They have not been able to capitalize on those free throw opportunities. They've had 5 so far and missed all 5. This is their 6th free throw of the night.
I'd like to say that it's the Den's doing, but Den very thin today. They save it the big games and the playoffs is when they, nothing better when you see that whole section packed to the brim.
Well, to me, the highlight.
The Norwood game.
The Norwood game last year was ridiculous because that was just packed on both sides.
Pandemonium. Robert, short, but
That was a pass.
Leo, yeah, that was a nice pass to Leo. Leo, well placed. Ball back in the hands of Mariano Alejandro. Gonna work it over to Power. Power finds Leo. Leo cuts through.
Oh, here comes the rainbow.
Zaneski wide open. Off the shot clock.
He's just looking at himself like, oh boy, that first one felt so good. Just got to refine that stroke.
He had a tough angle. He had the shot clock in the.
He was
in the
too
way
open,
there.
is what happens.
He
You're
was.
sitting there saying, where is everybody? And you throw it up, and you're just a little bit off.
When you're too open, that's when you start to think. The goal is don't think. Medway with the possession. Wolverines up 8. Little battle down low. Physical battle and a nice pass there. Connection between Bennett DeFoyd and Grant Hetzel. Connection. Gets Medway within 6. Zaneski. Cross. As Robert gonna work for his pick. He had Pindell up top, and they're gonna go the other way. Power back to, and that's picked off. Going to the hoop is Christian Clautilli.
Oh, they're going to give it to him because he hit the board.
Goaltend.
You know, that probably wouldn't even have gone in. So just a little frustrating. I don't think that move by Robert really affected the shot, but you just can't do it. If you slap the board, it counts.
How about the ups on Robert, though?
Oh, who shot that? Did you see?
Yeah, it was Clautilli.
Okay, what number?
Clautilli is number 20, I think.
Yep. Got to keep the scorebook fresh
There
up
we
to
go.
date.
No one better in the business than keeping the stats in line. I got too many tabs open in my brain when I try to do it, so much appreciated. As we collect all those, Medway comes away with a turnover. Not able to get it off.
You know, what ended up happening is he tried to get it off of Ty. He threw it down towards his foot, but Ty got out of the way, and the ball actually bounced out of bounds.
Was that a friendly fire, or he just
No,
threw
it just
out?
bounced
Yeah.
when it landed and hit the ground and bounced out of bounds.
Gotcha. The Westwood ball. Good job by Ty.
Deft avoidance is what they call that. Which was also my first album. Oh, get it.
Stolen on the inbound attempt by Liriano. Pindell comes away with a rebound between 2 Medway players. Wolverines have some numbers. Alejandro in between traffic. Great job. That was all started with Ty Pindell. Came down with a rebound, fighting off 2 Medway players and sent it down, up court to Robert Liriano Alejandro. Soft shot from the outside, gets a friendly bounce. Tommy Stotts.
Tommy Stotts.
Tommy Stotts, one of the best names on TBL roster so far this season. And that basket, Medway within 4. So quietly, they've got themselves right back in this game. Ortiz off the back rim.
Even though he didn't get it, you can see the hops from Robert there as Medway pushes the pace.
Stotts on the rebound. White works it inside, kicks it out. Shot no good. Power with the rebound. Good job by Power to track that down. Open space. Pull-up jumper by Liriano Alejandro. No good. Battle on the court. Looks like it may be a jump ball. I think the possession is going to go to Medway. It is. But Westwood has earned the next one.
So first chance to see Teddy McGowan here checking in.
Yeah.
He's replacing Leo Chalangua. So coach dipping into that bench a little deeper here, giving some people an opportunity to show what they can do.
Coach said Teddy, fantastic athlete, really outstanding rebounder. Keep an eye on that. Good job getting rebounds in the air. And there's going to be a foul called. There's a couple guys on the play. We'll see who it's on.
There you go, getting your money's worth right off the bench.
Yeah, Teddy McGowan getting called for the foul. That's smart.
Making your presence known.
Absolutely.
Announcing your presence with
No
authority.
free buckets. No free buckets.
No
here.
layups. It's the Jordan rules. Stotts.
There we go. We got a little mini den up in the top left. It's Deacon Pindell and his buddies over at the Thurston Middle School up top as they're trying to distract the shooters.
It works. They're 0 for 8.
They
Listen,
are.
if I'm the Medway coach, it's the one thing I'm saying. If you make your 8 free throws right now, you're up 4.
Yeah, it's a difference maker so far. Medway able to get back within 4. Shot from outside. Rebounded by McGowan. Yes!
Great job, Teddy, there. And again, I think it was a pass.
We're going to call it a pass.
We go with it.
McGowan on the defense there, able to get hand on it, and second attempt goes in. Westwood 21, Medway 17, 1:45 remaining here in the half. Ortiz took a look. He's over to Pindell. Pindell working it down. Looking for Mariano Alejandro and picked off by White. White is over to 34 as he's driving and puts it in the back. Liam Keeney, younger brother to Logan Keeney. The Keeney brothers making their mark on this game. Getting close to a minute remaining in the half. Ortiz, the 17-footer is good. Also getting their defense chant going. Inside a minute now. Wolverines up 23-14. Their largest lead of the game. Good job holding down the perimeter, keeping the ball the outside. White looking to work it in. Power all over him. To send it back down low to Copeland. Copeland looking for the guy. He's going to shoot it himself off the back rim. Wow. Alejandro Liriano able to go up and get a piece of that as he's working it down. Ortiz! Heat him up. That's how you draw it up right there. Rebound to offense.
I love this. The coach is asking them to put some pressure on the ball, make sure they can't just sit on it till the final buzzer here, final shot. See how much more pressure they bring out here with Teddy.
Get a turnover if you can. McGowan on White, couple football players. As White gonna kick it out, and we got a offensive foul.
That's what happens. You dictate the pace, you get them out of what would have been just a very stagnant, we're gonna wait to shoot the final shot, make them make a decision, make them make a choice and move the ball towards the hoop. Players out of control, and that's where you get the charge.
It's a great call and make them uncomfortable. And now Westwood has the ball with 8 seconds, so they can get a look here before the end of the half. 4, 3, Alejandro to McGowan. And that is going to do it for the first half. So after one half, the Wolverines are up 25-19 on the Mustang. Tom, what do we got for point accumulation so far in the first half?
Let's do that when we come back, because I got to add it all up. But so far, my takeaway from this is that, yes, a 6-point lead, but there's a lot that the coaching staff can talk about here during the break, because if you're the Medway coaching staff, you are telling your guys that, listen, if we make our free throws, we're winning this game right now.
Yeah.
So it's a game that as they go into the locker rooms, you're probably feeling Westwood played better, but if you look at the free throw shooting situation, they should be behind. So a lot for both teams to address here.
No question about it. Some homework left for both teams. We'll take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Boys Basketball.
Nothing in sports happens without commitment. You have to commit to prepare. You have to commit to compete. And when the game is on the line, you have to commit to making a decision and trust your preparation. The same is true when it comes to orthodontics. When you commit to improving your smile, you're making a commitment to a better life. Your mouth is the front door to your health. And who doesn't love showing off a beautiful smile when you're celebrating with friends and teammates? Arch Orthodontics is committed to you and being part of creating an even better you. When you're ready to commit, you know who to call.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care. And Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian.
Both teams are back on the court. Minute 30 out from starting the second half. And Tom, what's the roundup we got for the first half points?
All right, 25-19 going into the break. We'll start with Medway. They're led by Christian Cotilli with 5 points. Behind Christian is Jacob White with 4 and Liam Keeney with 4. Logan Keeney, Liam's brother, has 2, along with Tommy Stotts and Grant Hetzel. On the Wolverine side, they are led by Adrian Ortiz's 7 points. He and Robert Liriano Alejandro both share that lead with 7 apiece. Dylan Zaneski hit the rainbow three. Aiden Rodman has 2, as does Brady Lipton, Teddy McGowan, and the big fella Seamus Gannon. So it's 25-19 as we head to the second half.
Now, if you are head coach Ryan Douglas, what's your message to the squad?
Finish.
Yeah.
Really finish. There were a lot of opportunities there where they had good looks and they didn't put the ball in the net. And defensively, keep up what you've got. Continue to dictate the pace with aggressive, hustling play on the defensive end, and it inevitably will turn into offensive opportunities.
And what'd you like that you saw?
Well, that.
Yeah.
At the end of the first quarter, most notably, which was the hustle move, and also the work at the end of the first half, which gave Westwood the extra opportunity. Yeah. Typically, a team can just sit there and allow the opposition to just wait and shoot that final shot. That was not acceptable, and it led to exactly what you're hoping for, which is a turnover and the opportunity for you to score again offensively. Could have been a big swing.
Sure.
It was 25-19. They had just made it 25-19. Could have opened up an 8-point lead there at the break. Really smart coaching.
Yeah. And also, when your bench is out there and your plus points and your starters come back on, that's always a great sign. Both teams back on the court. Looks like the starting lineup for the Wolverines back on the court. And it looks like much of the same for Medway.
You remember last year that it took a while for Westwood to get their feet underneath them, a very slow start in the TVL. So getting these wins early, really imperative for this young squad. If nothing else, just building up their confidence.
Yeah. Ortiz. Good, but Chalanglo almost able to tip that rebound out to a Wolverine player. Good job by Keeney, able to get the possession. Ball back in the hands of Keeney, driving. He's got Rodman on the defense. Rodman with the rebound.
Look at that.
Rodman looking like Dennis Rodman there on the rebound. As Pindell works it inside, kicks it back out. It's Westwood getting their offense going. Some contact there, ball out of bounds. No foul, going to be a Medway ball.
Only one shooting foul committed by Medway in the first half.
Yeah.
So that would be another point of emphasis for me. Let's draw some contact. Yeah. Let's force the issue a little bit, take the ball to the rack and see if we can get ourselves to the free throw line.
Jacob White running the point for the Mustangs. Work it around, he's got Rodman on him, forces him to kick it back out. We're going to try the near side. Shot from the outside, and that is good. Off the hands of Grant Hetzel. Gets Medway within 3. So on one shot, Medway within arm reach. Robert, short.
Those baseline shots, so tough. Tough to gauge exactly how far away you are. It's an odd angle.
Yeah. Working it inside, and that is good. Grant Hetzel.
Being ready to play here in the second half.
Back-to-back points for him. And 1 point away now. It's Medway, Westwood up 25-24. Medway coming out with purpose. Pindell off the back board. Rebounded by Robert is good. A great effort there by Robert Liriano Alejandro. Got the Pindell rebound and then put it off the back of the glass for 2. Westwood getting back to aggressive man-on-man defense. You get Alejandro helping out on the outside. That shot no good. Great job by Rodman, gets a hand on it. Wolverines coming away with it.
All the way to the rack.
Lefty. No good there, Medway. Has the possession. I like the idea, though, of taking it right to the hoop after a big defensive stop. Shot from the outside by White. Pindell comes down with it. Both teams forcing some missed shots. Both teams running a little bit of everything on the defensive side. Seeing a little bit of zone now for
passive
Medway.
Defense here by Medway, which they're basically just inviting him to shoot from the outside.
Dell takes the shot, looks inside, has Liriano pull away jumper. But Leo there goes in and out.
Again, that goes back to finish, right? What's the key here to start the third quarter? Finish. Those got to fall.
Yep. And you make a good point, though. I mean, drawing some fouls. I don't think we've only seen one shooting foul by Medway, and then there we go. Medway with a bucket there to get back within 1. I totally agree. Taking it to the hoop where you get better opportunity to pull one back, but drawing those fouls. Start to get them some foul trouble if you can. Alejandro, nice move to the hoop.
If they're going to play that zone, you got to figure out ways to weave inside, and it's a difficult process, but Robert figured it out there.
Chalangwa. Push it over to Alejandro behind the back. Nifty move. He's working the ball up court to Rodman. Rodman was looking for Alejandro. Chalangwa out-muscles it. Then Pindell on the shot. I think Medway got a piece of that. Robert comes down with it off the back rim. Rebound by Keeney. Battle, and a foul called. I'd like to compete there. We're going to get some substitutions from both teams. Brady Lipton coming back in the game. Coming in from Medway is Peter Copeland, as well as Tommy Stotts back in the game.
Only one foul this entire game called on Medfield. We are 20 minutes into this ball game. One foul.
White working it, gets it. Back to within one. Westwood 29, Medway 28. Wolverines need to answer. Ortiz carving, no one there. Medway up to White, and Liriano, Alejandro with the pass block, or the shot block. Westwood back the other way. Loose ball, Lipton battling, gets it! The engineer, Brady Lipton. And that is what Tom was talking about. Get it to the hoop, get a shot, draw a foul. How about both?
Couldn't ask for more.
And he's gonna shoot for three, and we're gonna get timeout called.
Now you got to make it count. Given this opportunity here, you want to capitalize on it. Because as this game continues to stay tight, the free throws are going to become that much more important.
Yeah.
And this is the Wolverines' third opportunity from the line, and they have not yet hit a free throw. Brady Lipton was the only person to draw a foul in the first half. He missed his 2 free throw opportunities, so he's back on the line
Evan,
here.
if we can get the, we have some back handsprings going on the court. Is that Bella?
That was Bella Heppelman right there.
Very impressive.
She's also
Fearless.
on the gymnastics team.
Which we're gonna have to get out and do a gymnastics meet at some point. Are they with another team?
Yeah,
like
so
the
they're
co-op?
combined with Brookline.
Okay.
So they call it the Brookwood Gymnastics
I love
team.
that. Brookwood.
And a very limited schedule,
Yep.
but I agree. At some point, we should go check that out.
Let's do it, folks. Den, let's get out there. Let's get the bus. Let's get out there. And Westwood has a tremendous background in gymnastics. The Ferraro family owns the Gymnastics Academy of Boston in Norwood, and the Ferraro girls, Hall of Fame divers. And when I talked to Coach Erickson about the diving program, she said they all have gymnastic backgrounds.
Of course,
it's
that makes
basically a
sense.
prerequisite.
So what I'd love to see here, made hoop full court press.
Love that. Tom, you've been speaking things into existence so far this game. Brady listened to you on the taking it to the hoop. And I think we're going to see that as well. As Wolverines looking to add to their lead. They just back to a 3-point lead, up 31-28.
We haven't seen a made free throw tonight.
No.
0 for 11 across both squads.
And a nice block there by Lipton. Engineer on defense. Again!
Get out of here!
Lipton! And he gets a roar from the crowd. What an effort.
There is nothing that energizes a crowd more than a block shot. Not a dunk, not a three-pointer. When you see a series of block highlights, the crowd oohs and ahs.
And back-to-back, same guy. The only thing you do differently there is give the old Matumbo finger, the finger wag. Shot clock winding down, 2 seconds. Shot outside, no good. Pindell goes up and gets it. Ball knocked out of bounds, Westwood ball. So small things that didn't help put the ball in the bucket for the Wolverines, but helped build some momentum as the Wolverines gonna work the ball down the court. So some big defensive plays. Rodman gets triple teamed.
I love it. There it is.
Go. What Tom was talking, he's speaking it into existence. Foul called, and Rodman gonna get a couple shots.
If you've got Rodman in the first to make a free throw pool, this is your moment.
Oh, wow.
The well stays dry.
Nice. No free throws made as of yet. Curse
There it
broken.
is. There it is.
4-point lead for the Wolverines. Wolverines defending the half-court line. Medway able to work it up, and then turnover caused. Combination between Ortiz, Lipton on the turnover. Robert drawing the baseline. Takes contact, no foul.
Trap him.
And the Wolverines gonna double team Medway on the attempt to work it up court. Enough timeout, I believe, called.
Nope, they got a foul on
before
Robert.
the timeout. I could hear the coach asking for a timeout, but a foul called before. That's Robert's first. And the second team foul of the quarter. Good anticipation, though, to jump on that. It looked like Wolverines were going to have a good battle to get that ball back. They're going to look to do it right here on defense. Medway passing it around. Shot from the outside. That's good. That's a big three, and a timeout called immediately.
Tommy Stotts.
Stotts with the big three.
Making it a one-point game. That incredible that pass got through the lane. That opening had to be no more than about a foot. But really, just like what's that phrase? The needle. You thread the needle.
Thread the
Just
needle.
Threaded the needle.
Yep.
Got it across the lane, and the shot
Buried
went from
it.
beyond the arc.
Yep. So a big shot by Stotts. Immediate timeout called. Wolverines up one. Both teams going to talk through it. So looking over at Coach Ryan Douglas, he's talking through the plays. And he's talking to his starters right now and saying, hey, you guys know what you need to do. You know what? This is no different than any other TVL game you got. Go out and get it done. Probably a simple message, I'd imagine.
Well, it's shaping up to be an 8-minute fourth quarter game here, which is all you could really hope for. But I don't think what either one of these teams really expected or wanted. Westwood, as they look back at this one, they're going to say, all right, a little bit sloppy. You know, it's going to come down to who's going to want it more as we get to this fourth quarter.
Yep, Tom, as they say in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. So ugly wins, you'll take them any way you can.
Stack them up.
A give and go between Ortiz and Pindell. Lipton sends it up top, and then shot from the outside by Rodman. It hits the front rim. And White comes away with it. White getting some pressure from a couple Wolverines. He's going to look inside as that is put in by Liam Keeney. And the first lead of the game. Nope, not the first lead in the game. First lead in a while by Medway. Medway did have a first quarter lead at one point. Now the Wolverines going to need to battle. Ortiz to Lipton. He gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line. A couple shots coming for the engineer. And a perfect example of, for Brady Lipton, when you elevate your game, makes the first one. When you elevate your game, you're going to get more and more trust from your coach. You're going to get more and more minutes when it matters the most. Prime example of what we're seeing out of Brady Lipton.
Ty Pindell getting a little rest here with a minute and 11 left in the third quarter. Going to extend that break for him as we head into the fourth.
Both shots good from Lipton, huge. And Tom, Ty's just getting ready for his eight points in the fourth quarter. It's always good for some great points down the stretch. He had some big ones last year versus Norwood to help get Westwood back in the game and to allow for the opportunity to come away with a buzzer beater win. Westwood up one, 34-33, a minute and 3 counting remaining here in the third. We've got a great matchup here at Bader Gymnasium. We've got Teddy McGowan out there right now defending on that shot. Comes up short. Medway comes away with their own rebound. They're going to pass it around. White looking inside, looking down to the baseline, and off the glass is good.
Great job by the Mustangs under those circumstances.
Bennett DeFoy.
They regathered themselves. They could have rushed the shot, but instead what they were able to do is just find the open man, get him a good look.
That ball took a couple of ricochets. Westwood able to come back with it. You know, Alejandro over to Ortiz. Ortiz down low to Lipton. Lipton gonna shoot. That's short. Rebounded by Bennett DeFoy. He's been strong in the second half. They had the most recent points for Medway. Wolverines get defense chance going. That's a hard pass, goes out of bounds, but caught a Westwood hand on the way out.
8 seconds of tight defense right here. Yep. Like glue on your man. Don't let your man get anywhere outside of a foot of you.
Here we go, 8 seconds remaining. Pass inside, no good. McGowan comes away with looking for Ortiz, but picked off by Medway. Out of bounds though. Westwood will have an opportunity and a look with 2 seconds left.
There's a gift right there.
So what do you do here? Do you do an old pick and roll, or you just catch shot?
I am getting it in the hands of my best shooter.
Yeah. Ortiz looks like he's going to inbound. Wolverine's going to have a drawn-out play. 2 seconds on the clock. Throws it into Liriano Alejandro. There's a whistle, though, as a second was taken off the clock. Both officials going to talk through this.
Oh, the ref thought that the clock was tenths.
Yeah.
So he blew the whistle.
Oh! I'm surprised they didn't put another second
to go back to 2.
Yeah, they kept it at 1 second. So that is going to do it after 3. So after 3 quarters, Medway up 35-34. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for the start of the 4th.
Nothing in sports happens without commitment. You have to commit to prepare. You have to commit to compete. And when the game is on the line, you have to commit to making a decision and trust your preparation. The same is true when it comes to orthodontics. When you commit to improving your smile, you're making a commitment to a better life. Your mouth is the front door to your health. And who doesn't love showing off a beautiful smile when you're celebrating with friends and teammates? Arch Orthodontics is committed to you and being part of creating an even better you. When you're ready to commit, you know who to call.
Westwood High School Sports brought to you by Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care. And Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian.
4th quarter about to start here at Bader Gymnasium. Medway is up 35-34. And Tom, this is what it's all about. We got a game here and see what this Wolverine team is made of when it comes to close games and trying to come out with a win when it's a close game in the 4th quarter.
Really encouraging quarter for Medway there. 16-9 they outscored the Wolverines. Don't forget it was 25-19 at the half. So you've got shooters out on the court now. You've got 2 and you got 4. And those are the guys who you want to get the ball in their hands.
Yep. White gonna work it up near side. Working it in is Grant Hetzel. Hetzel makes a nice move. Takes a shot off, that's short, rebounded by DeFoy. We have some contact, and they're gonna say out of bounds. I can't tell you how many out of bounds on the baselines, all on this end too, by the way. There's a lot on the left baseline, at least 5 or 6. So Westwood with the ball, down 1. Teddy McGowan in the game. Breaks the double team, taking it to the hole.
Oh, over the back.
That was a good effort, though. Liriano just has a way of getting to the ball. Yeah.
I like the aggressive move there by Teddy to take it to the hole.
Yeah. Some good trust in his coach, Ryan Douglas. Teddy McGowan out there in the 4th quarter. A kid who can get the ball, he can do a lot of things. Tough kid to defend. As Pindell is going to check back in. White. Holding on it. Medway going to kick it back out.
I would anticipate Ty, when he comes back in, will take this one all the way down to the end. That's a great shot.
That is a great catch, great shot. Jacob White with a little spin around off the backboard to put Medway up 3. Rodman over to Ortiz. Ortiz looking down, going to send it back up top to Rodman. There you go, back and forth. Ortiz looking for a better angle. To McGowan, that one picked off. Hetzel. He's had some good turnovers and knocked out of the hands of White. Done by Ortiz. Pindell going to check back in.
Just got to regather. It seems like right now they've got a little paralysis by analysis. They're thinking too much.
Overthinking.
Just get out there, take the ball to the hoop, try to draw some contact, get a couple easy buckets, play aggressively on defense, and turn this game back in your favor.
I have often said in sports, Tom, sometimes you need the guy that says, give me the ball, see what I do with it. And Wolverine's looking for that right now. Keeney, the shot, good. Up 5. Medway getting their game going. It started in the third, and they haven't stopped since. Westwood needs to answer. Ortiz open. Off the front rim. White comes down with it.
And Ryan just yelled, "Who's crashing?"
Yeah.
After that shot. There was only one person underneath the basket.
Got to follow the shots. Those are not even just keeping the possession, but you see a lot of points that accumulate that way. We saw Bridgewater Raynham doing that a bunch on every shot the other night. Keeney working in. That was a back tap, loose ball, and a great turnover caused by the Wolverines. That started by Liriano Alejandro, who was able to knock the ball loose as Keeney was driving to the hoop. Ball inbounded. Wolverine's going to get to work. Ortiz up the top of the key. Liriano Alejandro shows shoot, holds on it. They're working on the near side. Rodman with the shot from the outside. No good. Goes off Pindell, picked up by White. White pushing it, working it. Blocked!
Let's go.
Ortiz with a big block. Pindell takes it the other way. He's driving, carves it, has Robert. Oh, in and out. Oh, that would have been a big bucket after a big block.
Great
So
block.
close.
Medway's not going to change their defensive approach until Westwood proves they can hit the outside shot.
Yep.
So they're going to sit back and let these guys shoot, and that's going to make it very difficult.
Driving inside look. That is off Westwood. I think it went off of Pindell.
If you're not feeling it from the outside, particularly as these points, this deficit continues to grow little by little, you're getting one shot of possession. You're throwing up a shot from beyond the arc. It's one three-point opportunity. They aren't falling. Medway's getting the rebound, and they're dictating the pace offensively here.
The Keeney brothers checking in for Medway. Also Leo Chalungwa in for the Wolverines. That was a high pass and a battle for it on the court. Westwood ball. Robert Liriano Alejandro, terrific effort there. Gets the turnover. Westwood ball. Got to execute here. Ortiz. Rodman back to Ortiz. Ortiz shoot. Holds the shot, then shoots. Rodman with the rebound. Finds Robert. Robert kicks it out to Ortiz. Ortiz driving, has a Pindell open.
Take it in. There you go.
Pindell
That's driving.
That shot blocked. That was Liam Keeney.
That shot was blocked, but fine. Next time you go in, you're doing a pump fake, come back around. You got to get shots closer to the basket. I liked that move.
Liam Keeney, the younger brother to Logan Keeney. Both of them certainly had major impacts in this game. We got a timeout called by Medway. So timeout called, up 5 with 4 minutes, 4 remaining.
You can't be discouraged by the fact that that shot was blocked because it is what you need.
Yeah.
You need to aggressively move in towards the paint and get yourself a shot closer to the basket. So don't change that approach.
Yeah.
That was the right approach. Now, the next time you have the opportunity in the paint, you got to get that defender to move one way and you go the other way. So I would anticipate that's what's being told to these guys on the bench right now. You can't just let them sit back in this zone and have you throw up these long threes. And then if you're going to throw them up, you got to make sure that you're crashing the boards and getting the rebounds.
A good football team, Tom, a good passing football team has a good running game because you're selling the play action. It also reminds me of that Norwood game last year where they had the big skyscraper center for Norwood who blocked probably about 10, 15 shots. Wolverine played to close out that game, took it right to the hoop. So, you know what? Don't be afraid to take it to the hoop. Even if it's been blocked a few times, you know, we're still going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and I don't think that's in Ty's DNA. I don't even think it's always necessarily going to be him taking it to the hole, but I certainly don't think he's going to be discouraged by that kind of play because it was the right play.
Yeah. So I believe it's going to be a Medway possession. Yes, Medway possession. Inbound coming from Grant Hetzel, a senior. Rodman got a hand on it, out of bounds, going to stay with Medway. Defense has been pretty solid for the Wolverines. You know, they've been pretty good on the man up. Is Medway going to work it around? Looking inside is Hetzel. A shot look outside by Keeney. He's going to roll it up even more, and he nails it.
He's hit a couple of big ones here in the fourth quarter.
Up 7 now is Medway. Wolverines haven't been able to answer the last flurry, and a foul called. And it's going to be on Keeney. Fouled Robert Liriano Alejandro.
Had something to say to the official, who certainly didn't take too kindly to that. So going to be a short leash on Keeney here going down the stretch. You can bet on that.
And it's a non-shooting foul, so Wolverine's going to inbound it. Robert to Ty. Ty working it.
There it is.
Driving it.
There it is.
Scoring it. Needed that. As Westwood back to within 5. Medway 41, Wolverine 36. They're going to say a foul on Robert. As Coach Douglas is saying, he called the timeout. The official did not hear it, and he's going to go with the foul call instead.
So 5-point game, it's time, 3:28 on the clock. Defensive stops are key. Getting a little physical down there. There it is. And that's going to go on Ty.
Foul call on Ty Pindell. That's the third team foul for the Wolverines here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and there's some contact
going
there.
the other way.
And now it's Westwood ball. Some more contact.
I mean, a good job. Great job by Ty to sell that one right there.
That is old school.
That's tough to do when you were just called for a foul, too.
Yeah, that's Marcus Smart right there. That is a Marcus Smart play.
You're looking for stops. Turnovers count, too.
That's huge. That's a Tommy point right there if we can convert here. Loose
That's a
ball.
kick. That's a kick.
Rodney able to pick it up. Finds Ortiz. And a jump ball.
Westwood ball.
And possession for Westwood. Westwood got to be careful here as Medway getting aggressive.
20 on the clock. Still plenty of time.
Medway up 5. As Tom mentioned, plenty of time. 20 on the clock, 3 minutes, 13 in the game. Ortiz. No one there, but good bounce into Westwood's hands. Pindell to Chalangwa.
Inside.
As Tom said, send it in, Layo. Wolverines within 3. Defense picking up. We're going to see, I'm sure, some physical plays as both teams trying to draw for good looks by the hoop and also draw a foul if they can. Driving, ball knocked loose. I don't think Wolverines touched it. They did not. Westwood ball.
I would not be rushing 3-point shots here.
No.
It's a 3-point game, but we're taking 2s.
Yep.
What's worked most recently, shots from inside. Don't start thinking that you got to shoot 3s.
Steal here and a put away. Big play by Grant Hetzel. Gets the steal and converts. Get Medway back up 5. Riano Alejandro to the hoop.
Got it right
Answers.
back.
And then timeout called by Coach Douglas.
And I love that approach. Still even down 5. That's not the time to be thinking 3-pointers when there's 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
It was a quick little trade-off there. A mistake on one end by RLA here, but he came right back down the other end and he made up for it. So a matter of 10 seconds, those just wiped each other out. So it's now a 3-point game, and we're sitting at about, what, 2 minutes?
Yep. He's not happy about that turnover. Immediately calls a timeout and is giving it to his guys, which rightfully so. You need to be sharp. It's the end of the game, last 2 minutes. You got to be sharp. You can't give free baskets up like that. But great answer by Lariano Alejandro. Went down there, got a quick bucket, allow for you to get the timeout, talk things through, as this is what it's all about. Late games, close games. This is where some great memories are made.
The other thing that we've seen so far, and we haven't seen it yet this half, but Medway hasn't been hitting their free throw shots.
No.
So if it comes down to that,
Is that
there's
in their
going to be
head?
a lot of pressure.
You think that's in their head?
Well, they just haven't gotten to the line. It's kind of strange here in the second half.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
They haven't shot one free throw in the second half. And they were 0 for 8 in the first half.
Very odd game. A lot of odd statistics. And it's now crunch time. 2 minutes, 17 remaining. Medway up 3. As I lost my pen. But good thing I have a backup.
Any good salesperson always has a backup pen.
Always got it. That pen almost made it onto the court. Had a pretty good bounce. As Medway working it up. White across court. Gonna hand it off to Hetzel. Ortiz on Hetzel. Some good defense. Forcing moves offhand. Dish back to White. White nowhere to go. Feet stuck in quicksand. Gonna give it off to Keeney.
10 to shoot.
On Rodman. Shot clock winding down. Blocked by Ortiz. Rodman comes down with it.
Good shot here. Plenty of time. 1:40 on the clock. Needs something good inside. And there
Robert
it is.
with the move. Off the glass. Westwood within 1.
Now you got yourself in a situation that even if they do score a 2-point bucket, you have 1:20 on the clock and you're still within 3. Very important to get a bucket there offensively.
White trying to go inside. Wolverines closing that door. Forced to throw it outside. Driving. And Medway able to score there. Grant Hetzel with a nice drive. Puts them back up 3.
Still not urgently in need of a 3. I'd work that ball, try to get it inside. Long way to go with over 1 minute to play.
Kendall for 3. Long. Leo off the glass again. Timeout called by the Wolverines. Back to within 1. Oh,
Great awareness there by Leo to be in the right place at the right time. When you're in this type of situation, it is so frequent that you see teams start throwing up those 3-point shots early, and it bites them.
yes.
There's plenty of basketball left to be played here.
Yeah.
Just under a minute to go. This is going to turn into a little bit of a free throw shooting contest, I think, down the stretch, and it's a 1-point game. So you just want to keep it there.
Yep.
Make a stop, and again, it gets to that point, if it comes down to it, that you're under 20 seconds and you're trailing by 3. I still argue sometimes get the quick layup and turn it into a free throw shooting contest.
Yeah. I agree. See John Gaffney in the building. Always good to see John. Both teams. Probably the first opportunity for both of these teams to really talk through the last minute execution in a close game.
Now, defensively, I'm telling someone to watch the home run ball here.
Yep.
They're going to have pressure on the ball, but you see where Rodman's positioned off camera all the way back here, almost behind his own basket. So he's protecting against the long ball, making sure that Medway doesn't get an easy hoop.
Keeping them honest. Wolverines very aggressive on the defense. Closing that window. Good job by Keeney, able to get down
Out of bounds.
the end. Out of bounds on the baseline again. The famous baseline. It's another victim as the Wolverines gonna have the ball back. 51 seconds.
Pressure forced Keeney to make a decision quickly, and he threw it down there to the corner where there wasn't anywhere for his teammate to go.
Wolverines down 1. Rodman. Yes!
It's the biggest shot of Aiden's career.
The lefty! Wolverines up 2. 25 remaining. Medway looking inside. Hetzel back to White. White looking inside. Pendel all over him. Woo! And he makes the bucket, and he's going to shoot a free throw. So he ties it and will have an opportunity to take the lead with the free throw.
That's big time play right there. So you got 15 seconds on the clock. Medway calls the timeout here to talk about it. And any good coach tells his team, when Jacob White makes the free throw, here's how we're going to play defense.
Yeah, yep.
Just
No
to
question.
get that thought in his mind. Don't forget they're 0 for 8 from the line so far. But a tie game, 15 seconds to go. On the other end, Ryan's talking about how are we going to play this if it comes off the rim and it's a live ball versus what are we going to do if it's made and we're down a point. I wouldn't be surprised if it's made and they're down a point that Westwood calls their timeout
I was going
and
to say,
starts
do they
thinking
use
about
their
it.
timeout immediately after a rebound?
So at this stage of the game, what Ryan's probably talking to them about is only if it comes off the rim. How are we going to play this if the ball comes off the rim and it's a tie game? Personally, if I was coaching, I'd want to move. Let's get them without an opportunity to think and prepare and be on the go and see if we can give ourselves that go-ahead score. And again, if this ball goes in off the free throw, you're probably calling another timeout and coming up with a different play, understanding you're down a point.
Free throw will take, a made free throw will take the lead. A miss will maintain it. Jacob White will convert on the three-point play. No good. Battle. Jump ball.
Medway.
Medway ball with 13. And that's even more difficult because they'll be able to wind the clock down to shoot. Oh, inopportune jump ball.
So Westwood now is in a situation where the next foul is a free throw, so I would anticipate them playing tight D.
Yeah.
And they got 13 seconds to try to shoot what would be the game-winning shot. So you got to play the best defense you played all night now.
Got to get a miss.
You want to stay as attached to your man as you can defensively. Make sure that if you are picked, you're getting your assistance. You're calling out the screens defensively so that when someone's coming from the blind side, your teammate knows it's coming and that you've got his back. You're going to get his man coming across. Don't give anybody an open look right under the basket.
Now, if you're Shane Jackson, Medway's fourth-year coach, do you want your guy to shoot with 1 second? You know, how many seconds left do you want him to shoot?
I would take this all the way down to the end because you want to be the team to take the last shot right here. You don't want to give Westwood the opportunity to even shoot the ball, to even touch the ball. You want to, as much as you can, hold on to this ball until there's 3 seconds on the clock. Your worst case scenario for you is that the ball game's going into overtime.
Yeah. And if you're Westwood, you have the advantage of making them uncomfortable with, finite time on the clock. So see what they come up with here. 13 seconds remaining, tied up at 47.
All that being said, if you're Medway and you get an easy layup, you got to take it.
No question. If that lane's open, you're taking it.
Great defense right there.
Inbound to Keeney. Keeney looking middle.
He's
got
hit some big
Rodman
shots.
all over him. Pindell
8,
on
7.
the outside. Looking
6.
inside, no good. Out of bounds, so they're going to stay on Westwood.
5 on the clock now.
A good point you mentioned there. A lot of, 5 seconds to figure out a play to get something up.
Play that same defense right here. Switch and make sure nobody gets an easy look under the basket.
Inbound coming from Cautilli.
Good defense out of bounds.
Finds Hetzel. 2 seconds. 1, got to get it up. No good. And we are going to go to overtime.
Bonus basketball, and this game deserves it because both teams have shown over the course of the game worthy of winning this game. Westwood clearly played better there in the fourth quarter. Really impressive comeback down the stretch, and it happened because they took the ball to the rack. So 47-47 is where we stand right now.
And this, if I'm Westwood, I'm feeling like I'm playing with house money now because you had to battle your way back in that game. They were able to get some pretty big stops there where it looked like, hey, free throw would have put them up. Now we got some time on our hands. And John Gaffney stopping by the booth.
Thought we might have been in a break. Listen, that was unbelievable defense.
It was.
Not once, but twice by
Yes.
Westwood there. I can't tell you how difficult it is to defend that inbounds play and make sure that nobody gets a layup. You're basically just trying to form a wall
No
so
shot.
that there cannot be an easy pass for an easy look in the paint. And that is a very difficult thing to defend because you're getting a lot of bodies running back and forth, a lot of screens, a lot of contact, and very frequently you'll see somebody come clean. And for them to stop it once, impressive enough.
Yeah.
To stop it twice with 5 seconds on the clock, that was a really impressive end of the game defensively there, end of regulation for Westwood.
So most impressive to me is didn't allow a shot with the 5 seconds left. Unbelievable. It was nowhere, it didn't even have an angle, let alone the ball was, not in an area to be able to shoot. So terrific job by the Wolverines, which has brought us to overtime free basketball here. 4 minutes. And we're about to get jump ball. Chalungwa gonna go up against Liam Keeney. Liam, a sophomore. And Liam gets the win.
I'm always intrigued by the beginning of overtime because who takes a deep breath and who keeps the gas on the...
Robert with the steal. Ooh, great anticipation, had the hand in the lane on the white pass.
Ball was tipped, that wasn't a double dribble.
Pindell, back to Robert. Robert fakes, drives. A little fadeaway off the front rim. Keeney comes down with it.
I never finished my thought. The point being, keep the same aggressive tone you had at the end of regulation. Sometimes you see teams kind of like, we're good, we have 4 minutes to play here. You want to keep that aggressive tone.
Yep. Strike early. Hetzel. McKinney. Keeney brothers have been outstanding. Look down low to White, and then back to Keeney. No good. Rodman gets it. Oh, some great passing, just missed on being able to put that back. Still tied at 47 apiece, inside 3 minutes. Rodman, who had the big three. Missed on the connection to Robert, but Ortiz was in the right area. Outside Rodman. Ortiz open. In and out.
Great rebound.
Pindell
and a foul.
Goes the foul. And he's fired up. That's a big foul drawn by Ty Pindell. He'll shoot 2. And he's going to look to break the 47-47 tie.
A lot of awareness there by Ty that he had no other option but to throw that in, because otherwise he was going down to the ground and going down
It could
hard.
have been a travel if he kept holding on to it. First one is good. Big bucket. Is that Ty's first of the game?
So that he now has 3 points. He had that important layup there in the fourth quarter.
Second one no good. Battling for the rebound. White comes away with it. Chalungwa, hand in the lane. Medway looking for Keeney on the baseline. Pass it up to Hetzel. Hetzel working around. Ortiz giving no ground. Ortiz helping out again as Keeney was trying to drive in. Rodman near side. Forces a missed shot. Chalungwa tips it out. Wolverines going the other way. Robert to the hoop. Off the glass!
Woo, baby!
Wolverines up 3.
17 for Liriano Alejandro.
Working the full court. Started with the defensive stop. Then the offensive finish by Bobby Buckets. Hetzel working in, off the rim, working its way towards the sideline. Don't know who it's off. It's off Westwood.
So now Medway finds themselves in the same situation that Westwood was in late. What kind of shot are you looking for? And again, I'll always subscribe to the get me something inside.
Don't need the 3. White driving, back rim, gets his own rebound. Second attempt draws the foul. That's on Roberts.
That's going to be his 4th.
His 4th, so he's 1 away. He's got to be careful for the remaining minute 39. Jacob White going to shoot 2 to try and cut into Westwood's lead.
10 straight missed by Medway from the free throw line tonight. They're 0 for 10.
The mini Den all fired up top, getting their credit for the missed free throw there. Second one, no good. Loose ball. Westwood comes away with it. Rodman gets the rebound. He's going to slow the pace down as he crosses half court. And a timeout called by Coach Douglas. And Rodman hits the court. Looked like it was just accidental. And both teams going to talk through this as Westwood up 50-47, a minute 30. And what do you got here, Tom?
This has been a great game. So thanks to both of these teams for playing with as much heart and hustle and energy and effort as you've shown us tonight. I think we've seen hustle on both ends. Some of the passing that I've seen from Medway, threading the needle across the lane, finding the smallest of opportunities to get the ball in your teammates' hands. And now it just comes down to making sure you're smart with the ball on Westwood's side. Don't just sit on it. Don't be passive. Give yourself a good look. Make a move around defensively. And once you get that good look, make sure you finish it or you draw some contact.
Yeah. Yeah, Medway's been a very impressive team. Got to give them credit. Also got to give the Wolverines credit. They've answered, and they have continued to battle back into the game, take the lead, doing it on both sides of the court. Offense and defense, key stops that have turned into layups. None bigger than the most recent one on the stop that turned into the Liriano Alejandro layup. Right there. There we go, inbound. Ortiz to Liriano Alejandro. Hands it off to Rodman. Wolverine's certainly going to be patient with this one.
You know, patient but not complacent. Get a good shot. Don't settle for something that's bad.
Rodman beats a guy, gives it over to Liriano Alejandro. Loose ball, rebound Westwood. Ortiz jumps on it. Fresh shot clock. Rodman drawing a couple more guys as Medway looking to get that ball back. And then a foul called. Foul on Grant Hetzel. That is the 4th team foul.
So both teams will be shooting free throws from here on out. 57 seconds left.
Robert took some contact.
Still 30 seconds to shoot.
Yep, plenty of time. Pindell down low to Chalangwa. Chalangwa kicks it outside. Ortiz. Rodman to Pindell for 3. Got it! Killer! Ty Pindell with the 3! Puts Westwood up 6. Woo! Medway with an answer and an immediate timeout called.
Hetzel has been fantastic.
Wow.
That is 10 points since halftime for Hetzel, and for him to answer so quickly basically wiped out Ty's three-pointer. So 29 seconds left. We still got ourselves a three-point game. Enormous, enormous shot by Grant Hetzel there.
And I would love to see what the time was between Shane Jackson and calling that timeout after that ball went through the hoop. I'd have to say it was half a second.
You know, Hetzel has been their MVP here in the second half. He's hit some major shots. Logan Keeney has done a great job setting him up. And just the pressure on that one, you know, it's so deflating to be down 6 with 38 seconds left in overtime after Westwood has mounted that furious comeback and taken over the lead and really controlled the game. I thought that was the dagger, but not so much. Nope. Grant Hetzel says, not so fast, my friends. We're going to come back down the other end and hit a big shot ourselves. So very much a game with 29 seconds to go.
Medway's got guts. They got guts. They are not scared. I mean, that's how they played football this year. They were a fantastic football team to watch. Westwood, I think, was up 10, if not 13, 14 at one point. And then Medway, I think, scored 21 unanswered late in the game.
Incredible. So this will be quick foul, I would assume, by Medway. The shot clock is off, so there's, at this point, it's like extend the game as long as you can defensively if you're Medway. You want to have a quick foul, get Westwood to the line.
Ortiz looking to get right to work. And we have a foul before the ball's even inbounded. And it's going to be on, looks like Christian Cautilli. Now, what do you do here, Tom, since the foul is called before the ball went in?
Yeah, it's still shooting, and in a way, you can argue that it's probably the best type of foul from Medway because you have no time going off the clock. So you want as little time as possible going off the clock if you're Medway anytime you do commit a foul.
But the shooter is on
whoever the foul is committed against.
On, even without the ball being in play.
Yeah.
Okay. Aiden Rodman. No good on the first. This is going to be a big one here. If he makes it, it's a 2-possession game. No good. Medway with the ball. But Robert able to get a hit. Now Westwood comes away with it. Going to the hoop. Puts it away. What a play. Bobby Buckets with the steal, with the finish. It puts Westwood up 5. Medway shot outside, no good. Rodman with the rebound, and he is fouled.
Incredible game from Robert Liriano Alejandro.
Humpy buckets.
He was the one who forced the turnover. He was the one who made the wise decision to keep the ball himself and finish. Didn't get too cute with the pass. Incredibly important layup at that point to make it a 2-possession game. Player of the game, no question about it.
Smile on his face. You don't see it often. He is the ultimate competitor, but when he has that smile, you know he's having a lot of fun out there. What a play by the senior captain. Rodman, second free throw is good. 6-point game, 10 seconds. Medway looking to make a quick three. Keeney launches, no good. Pindell gets the rebound, and the Wolverines are going to come away with a 56-50 win, overtime win, and a great comeback late in the game by the Wolverines. What a game, Tom.
Incredible game, and I give tons of credit to the coaching staff for making sure that the players went to the rack when they were trailing in the fourth quarter, down by I think as many as 7 at one point.
Yeah.
There was no urgency to shoot the ball. They weren't shooting well from the outside, so attack the rim, get your points that way. Solid defense, and then down the stretch, big three-pointer from Aiden Rodman in regulation, and a huge three-pointer from Ty Pindell in the overtime, and the signature play, the steal and then layup from RLA to wrap this thing up.
Incredible. Well, that is going to do it here from Bader Gymnasium. Wolverines, big win here. TVL win, 56-50 from Evan Cardamino, Tom Lydon. I'm Morgan Donahue. So long, folks. We'll see you all in the next one.